Hello and welcome to the video where I'm going to talk about some business ideas for your businesses in The Sims 2. If you are interested about how to open a business in The Sims 2, I already have a video on my channel where I'm explaining every single step. So if you want to know that, you can watch that video after you watch this one, because here I will give you the ideas that you can open and then you can learn how to open a business in general. I will link that video in the description and also into the card of this video. All of these businesses that you will see today are on community lots, but there's nothing to stop you to open them as a home business. I play my game completely with no mods and no custom content, so every single item that you will see in my build is definitely in your game as well. I will give you tips related to these businesses, so let's start with the business number one, and it's gonna be a bowling alley. Let's start with a little tour of my bowling alley. So I'm gonna show you items which I used, which will make it a little bit better and look like a proper bowling alley. As you can see, my bowling alley has 2 floors. On the ground floor is majority of my items. You can see all necessities, especially this sign for the business. Don't forget to place it to be able to open your business. For this type of business, it's really necessary to have electronic ticket machine to charge our customers for time they spend inside. So don't forget to place this somewhere close to the entrance and set the custom price for the time that they will spend there per an hour. I don't sell any items in my bowling alley, so this cash register is more of a decorative item, but I wanted to create the look of the entrance lobby where you would be able to rent shoes and pay for the time that you will be inside of this business. But you could definitely combine the business and you could sell items and also charge your customers for time spent inside. So if you will find anything that you would like to sell, you can place it around and start selling items as well. To make this business look a little bit more realistic, I was trying to look for the items that would fit, and there are some statues that you can find as decorative items and you can place them around. As you can see, I have some dresses which don't look like a bowling dress, but I have also some trophies there. So I just played around with that to make it a little bit more realistic. The perfect item for my bowling alley is this bowling ball rack, and you can find it under decorative section in miscellaneous. You can also find this gym locker among the dressers, and I thought that this will fit well because that will simulate the area where you could lock your shoes. And you can't have a bowling alley without bowling lanes, so you will find this item under hobbies in a section of miscellaneous. I have some seating area around to simulate that bowling alley, and of course you can see that we have toilets here. And here I want to talk about quite important tip, which might seem funny, but if you have only one sim in your household who is going to take care of this business, it's quite important to not actually divide the doors to men's and women's toilets, because they will be not able to maintain the toilets of the opposite gender. In my case, I have a male sim operating this business, and when there was toilet clogged in a women's toilet, he was not able to go and repair it. So keep that on your mind that this might be an issue, and in some businesses I prefer to leave a normal standard door that everybody can enter, and then I divide the toilets if I want to separate them by different colors, for example. Let's have a look at the upper floor, and you can see that we have a bar here and couple of vending machines. So if you have a bar in your business, your sim who are you playing with can either tend the bar, or you can hire an employee and you can assign them role to be a bartender. I find it very difficult to tend the bar myself if my sim doesn't have a good mood. So don't get surprised if your sim will not try to tend the bar if they are not in a good mood. So I find it easier to actually have a bartender as an employee. Majority of your businesses will probably produce litter, so don't forget to include some trash cans. So these were some examples of items that you should include if you want to build a bowling alley, and now we will move towards the business number 2. Welcome to my karaoke bar. You can see that we have an upper floor with some seating area and a bar, and on the ground floor we have a podium with karaoke machine, which is an essential, some seating area, and we have also toilets on each side of the building. To find the karaoke machine, go to community sort, miscellaneous, electronics, and then you will be able to find it there. You can see an example of the door that I used in this build for this business, and I didn't separate them by gender, so everybody can access these toilets. I did just visually separate them, and these are supposed to be women's, and on the other side supposed to be men's. This is another type of the business where I'm gonna be charging customers for time spent inside, so we have electronic ticket machine. In this case, I did hire an employee to tend the bar in my karaoke bar. And if any sim will place an order, they will be also charged for the drink, so that's an extra money that comes to you. Welcome to the business idea number 3, and this is the pet store. This is the idea where we are selling items only, so we don't have electronic ticket machine to charge customers to spend time here, but we have displays to sell items. And for a pet store specifically, we have these 2 pet displays. One is for cats and one is for dogs. In a second, I'm gonna show you how to make them fully functional when you place them down, because if you will just place them, it's not gonna work completely. But let's have a look first around the pet store, what we have here. Apart from the pet displays, we have also displays to display items that I want to sell, and we have also some items just placed on the floor. Don't worry, even if you will place them on the floor, you will still be able to sell them if you will mark them correctly for sale. I was trying to be creative and I placed every single item that I could think of that I could sell in my pet store. So you can see different dog beds. I have also aquarium, which is only decorative. And here I also placed a complimentary food for any animals that could come around, which is not very often, but it can still happen. This is quite essential item which you can sell by the cash register. These are the colors, and I also simulated the area around to just make it look like a proper store. Now let me explain how this pet display works. As I said, there is a one for dog and one for cat, and if you will go to the category shopping and then you will click on miscellaneous, you will be able to find it there, and then you just place it down on the floor. And now you can see that this new pet display doesn't have any animal inside, and if you will try to click it, it doesn't bring any option. So what you will have to do is to mark this item for sale. And no, we are not selling a pet display. If you will click this icon and you will mark this item for sale, it will allow you to select the breed of the animal that you want to sell inside. So click it to highlight it like this, and then you will be able to select the animal that you want to sell. By default, there is a breed selected, but we can change it if you will click on the item and then change breed for sale. There will be a pop-up menu like this, and you will be able to select a breed, and you can also select between small or large breed. Here comes another tip for you. You know that you have to mark items for sale, but if you don't want to do them individually, you can click on the entire display and that will mark them all for sale. So if you will click the display itself, as you can see, it highlighted all the items and it marks them all for sale. If you will go to a shopping category and then look for miscellaneous category, you will be able to find that color stand which you can see on the screen right now, and that's another perfect item for the pet store. As I said before, we are not charging customers through electronic ticket machines, so don't forget to place a cash register and you will find it in electronics category. You can find quite a lot of items with a pet theme in The Sims 2, so play around with that and be creative. The idea number 4 is a salon. In The Sims 2, we have a special object which will allow you to provide a makeover to your customers, and I'm gonna show you what you will need for that. Let me give you a small tour of this business first. As you can see, I have a staff room here where my business owner can rest. And in case that I have some employees, they can also use this area. I like to include a telephone in my business just in case that I want another way how to call my employees in. And there you can see that we have toilets for the customers and a little area where we can sell items. We have also espresso machine there, and espresso is something that I always kind of link to any salons because they would generally offer you a coffee. This is the special chair that you will need in your salon to provide a makeover, and your sim can be a stylist, or you can also hire an employee and assign them the role to be a stylist. As you can see, we are not marking this chair for sale because it will work on its own. And you will find this chair under shopping category and comfort category. Once you will click the chair, you will be able to set the price or offer a makeover or be a stylist. I recommend you to not set the price super high because if you're not skilled, your customers will not be encouraged to do the makeover. So I will recommend you to set it for average, or if you are starting, go for cheap. As you can see, this customer is interested to do the makeover because there is a bar filling above her head. I did use my business skill and offer a basic sale to my customer, so you will see a makeover here. And just to make sure, I'm gonna click on the chair and select option to be stylist again. Now you will be able to do the makeover and change the appearance of your customer. And this is what I went for. And in this case, it went well because my customer really likes this change. I should also point out that not every single time will your stylist have an option to change the appearance, and it will be completely up to them and game. And let's say that not every single time your customer will be very happy with the makeover. Let's move forward to the idea number 5, and that is a tea room. This is another business where we will charge our customers for the time that they spend inside, so we have electronic ticket machine. And here you can see the objects which fit into a tea room. We have also a bubble blower, which is very popular among Sims. Little kitchen where we can prepare some desserts that we can also sell through that food display, and we have some toilets. Tea time table object is essential for my tea room, and you will find it under miscellaneous and surfaces category. If you're looking for a bubble blower, you will find it under category shopping, miscellaneous, and then there it is. I'm also selling food here, so if you will place anything to your food displays, you will also have to make sure to mark it for sale and also to place down a cash register so your customers can actually buy some of your items. And here's another tip: not every single food that your sim will cook is able to be placed into the food display. Your Sims will have to have actually quite high level of cooking skill to be able to place certain desserts or certain plates into a food display. So for example, my sim is now making a berry pie, and that's one of the items that you can drag into your sim's inventory and then place into a food display, as I'm showing right now in the video. Because I already sold a berry pie before, I am restocking it from my inventory, but if you want to place it in a food display, you will just drag it from your inventory into the food display, and then you will have to mark it for sale. Business idea number 6 is a spa or a wellness retreat. And as you can see, I have a little pool outside, also some resting area and a hot tub. And inside we have a little lobby with a computer to simulate the reception or the desk for a receptionist. We have also electronic ticket machine because we are charging our customers again for the time spent inside. We have toilets, showers and also gym lockers for our customers to keep their items safe. And here we have a sauna, which you will be able to find if you will go to outdoor category and hobbies. We have a little resting area next to the sauna and also a room for massages. If you will have employees, you can assign them to be a masseuse or you can be a masseuse yourself. This table can be found under the category of miscellaneous and then hobbies. You can set the price of the massage. If you will click on the table, click set price, and then you can customize the price. And the best way how the massage table works for me is that I click on the table, select option to sell massage to, and then select a customer and sell it directly to them. Then you will take them to the table and perform a massage. If you found this video helpful and you are not subscribed to my channel yet, please consider to subscribe, like this video, hype it or share it if you want to. If you want to know how to open business in general in The Sims 2, check that video that is linked in the description. And if you have any questions related to businesses, let me know in the comments. And also don't forget to share in the comments section your favorite business ideas. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope that I will see you soon in some of my other videos. Bye!